Ziaire, ultimately, what did it take for you guys to fight your way back into this one, and what did it come down to?
Oh man, it was a real physical game out there. Credit to them. They punch us in the mouth first, and we just try to respond, master physicality. They're a good ball club, man. They play really well together. Ball was moving, so took a lot of second and third efforts out of us today. But we put up a fight. Just got to clean up some stuff and be better next game.
You helped give this team a huge spark. It's your first game since January 7th after your illness and reconditioning. How was it just being back out there on the court?
Man, it was amazing. All glory to God. I'm just grateful just to be out here. I woke up one morning feeling fine, and then I ended up sick and missing games, and it was just a reminder of just how anything could be taken away from you at any time. So, I've just spent just a lot of time in prayer and just thankfulness, and just all glory to God, man. He helped me get back out there, and I miss playing with these guys for sure.
The way that you guys started, I guess, in the first quarter, giving up 70-something% shooting. I mean, was that you in your mind? Was that them just hitting some shots, or was that something that went awry with you guys defensively and the way you guys were communicating?
They're a great team, man. When we went over and scout, they told us, they're number one in three-point attempts in transition, and we saw that real quick. So they gave us the game plan. It just took us too long just to really dial in, and we dug ourselves in a little hole. But I'm proud of the guys for fighting, man. We could have easily said, just wash this game away and take the L. But they kept fighting. Kept ball pressuring, and we made some good strides, and I thought we got better today.
Z, coming off that illness, what was that return to play process like for you?
I just had one little stay ready game, I think 2 days ago, just one, and that's it. You could run on a treadmill, you could run 30 miles on a treadmill, but it's nothing like going up and down and playing defense and picking up full court. So I don't really need much to get back in shape. I just, just more so just game reps. So, credit to the staff. They got me right, ramped me up really well. I spent some days in the weight room. And, I felt great out there. It took me a little bit to get my win right, but, it's part of the game. So I'll be even better next game.
Hey, Ziaire. So Coach said he didn't mind that foul on Dylan Brooks, like in the second quarter. Do you remember which one that was?
Yeah, I thought that was a bad call, if you ask me.
For sure. That was good defense, but sometimes it goes one way or another. But anyway, what does it mean for you to hear from Jordy that he didn't mind that foul, especially because you're pressuring ball handlers and especially because it helped you get back in the game?
Yeah, for sure. It's always great when your coach has your back. And, the refs are human. There's going to be good calls. There's going to be bad calls. I played with Dylan for 3 years, so I knew that pump fake was coming. So I made sure to stay down. But Natalie, she thought I got off the floor, and she made the call. So, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Just got to just move on and be better. But I am grateful for Jordy, and he's always has the player's best interests, and he's always looking to get our backs, especially when it comes to the refs. So definitely appreciate him for that.
The numbers would say that you've played really well over the last month or two since, I guess, you fell out of the rotation in early December for just a couple games. Do you feel like you are playing better, aside from, three-pointers going in? Do you feel like, Jordy publicly said he challenged you, you've been back in the rotation, your numbers look good. Do you feel like you've been playing better, or is it just one of those things where kind of the ups and downs of like an NBA season?
I don't want to say it feels like I'm playing better. I feel like I'm just being more aggressive. Like, I feel like I was trying so hard to be perfect, and, I feel like my superpower is to be active and be everywhere. And there was early in the season I was trying to pick and choose of when I should do that rather than kind of just being like that the whole game. And I feel like that's helped me just think less, just hoop. I've been playing this game since longer than I can remember, so yeah, it's just really just less thinking and just being myself, being active, trying to get deflections. And, my team needs me to do that. So I'm trying to step up to the best of my ability.
Ziaire, now that you've been in the league for a little while, when you think back to coming into the league, what are like the hardest parts of this part of the schedule where a lot of games, few amount of days, also in this stretch too, a lot of flights back and forth? Like, what are the hardest things about this, and how did you kind of adjust as you got into the league?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's tough. Consistency, man. That's the hardest thing about it, honestly, is, in middle school, high school, even college, it's a game here. You get 3 games to watch film, decompress, and the NBA is figure it out. We got a game tomorrow. We got a 2-hour flight. You're going to land at 3 in the morning, and you're going to play a game later that same day. So, never being too high, never being too low, just trusting the process. There's going to be good days, bad days, but I feel like just reminding to just always have that gratitude just to be out here and be able to compete and, live out your dreams. We try to keep it in that perspective. It makes your life a lot easier. As a rookie, it's real easy to be stressed out on games, and they always say you hit that wall or whatever the case may be. But you just take it one day at a time and try to, like we always say, just get that 1% better each and every day. It makes your life a lot easier.
Ziaire, you mentioned Dylan Brooks and how you guys were teammates in Memphis. To be 2 defensive-minded guys, just what did you learn from him coming into the league during that time? And also, what is it like to go from being his teammate to then now going up against them and having to battle it out and maybe potentially hear some trash talk?
Yeah, for sure. I love Dylan to death, man. That's my guy. That's my big brother. He taught me so much, man, and it's really dope to see him really flourish this year. I feel like he's an all-star in my opinion, and these same shots he's been making in these games are the same shots I saw him shoot every day, even before a game, even after a game. Like, he's literally playing 30, 35, 40 minutes, and right after the game ends, he's in the practice gym getting more reps up, and that's just the worker he is. And it's no surprise that, he had 27 tonight. He's shooting the ball at a really good clip, and he just looks confident out there. And he's a great teammate, man. I hate playing against him, but love him on your team. His competitiveness is second to none, and I definitely learned a lot of tips and tricks from him. Man, he's just ultimate teammate, man. It's impossible not to love him on your team, and I'm definitely appreciative of the time we spent together, for sure.
On a moderately related question, as a guy that's kind of prides himself on his activity and his defense, I'm curious what in the time that you've played alongside Drake, what do you see as kind of his defensive potential with his, athleticism and that wingspan and lateral movement? What kind of ceiling can this guy have defensively?
I don't think he really has a ceiling defensively, if you ask me. His length, his athleticism, he has all the stuff you can't teach. I always tell him now it's about, really dialing the film, knowing tendencies. As the older you get in this league, the more this guy likes to step back left. This guy likes to, post spin off his left shoulder or whatever the case may be. But his intangibles, man, they're amazing. And even though that game-winning steal he had the other night, and it's always great to have someone playing defense with you that is capable of reading and switching onto the best player with you and picking up full and having your back. So the sky's the limit for him, man. He's a great kid, great humble kid. You could tell he comes from an amazing family, and I'm happy to have him on our team. He soaks in all the knowledge like a sponge, and he's a great locker room guy. So like I said, just got to stay focused 1% at a time. It's going to be good days, bad games, but just staying even keeled and just trusting the process, and he'll be just fine.
This was game number 41 for you guys. Is there any specific lesson, anything that you feel like you learned in the first half of the season that you're now going to want to take into the second half?
I'm sorry, say that one more time, my bad.
So you guys are at the halfway point of the season right now.
Okay.
Just kind of looking at the first half, is there anything, you as a team or you as an individual, you think you kind of learned that, you want to now take into the second half of the season?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's a whole list of things. off the top of my mind, we just got to just start better. I mean, we started off 0-7, and we figured it out. Even with tonight, we started off a little slow, and we figured it out, and it just came up just short. But, it's all growing process, growing pains, and the best part is, we have a full locker room of guys who want to win and want to compete at the highest level. So I feel like that's the hardest part is to, find a group that loves each other and enjoys going to war with each other every night. And we have that, and that's the culture that Jordy and the rest of the staff are building. So, we'll figure it out, and there's a lot of better days ahead. Just got to stay with the process.
Thanks, Z.
Yeah.